Now I know you clicked on this video because you wanted to see me roast MrBeast. But I gotta be honest with you, when I was watching the video, I really enjoyed the video. And there was barely something that I could handpick and roast. But wait, I've at least compiled a list of 6 editing techniques that you just need to learn from MrBeast. And I promise you, these 6 editing techniques are going to change how you view editing forever.
Once again, behind me are 100 people, and they range from the age 1 all the way to age 100. And they're going to be competing for $250,000. Everyone, go to your cube! And unlike any of my past videos, these 100 people will decide themselves who deserves the 250 grand. Everybody, enter your cubes!
MrBeast's intro was done very fucking well. He's the best in the game at having strong intros.
Once again, behind me are 100 people.
But I'm sure you're waiting for me to break down what made the intro interesting enough to keep watching the full video. And I'm gonna do just that. Notice how you use thumbnail and title to package the video. The packaging is super important. And also the first 5 to 10 seconds of the video are super important for keeping the viewer. The thumbnail and title is a promise for the viewer what he's gonna expect from the video. And once he's clicking on the video, he's expecting something. And your first 5 to 10 seconds need to deliver on that promise. The viewer needs to click exactly what he was clicking on. And after that, you need to provide context. Why is it important? Why are you breaking that down? Why are you doing this challenge? What are the rules?
Everyone, go to your cube! And unlike any of my past videos, these 100 people will decide themselves who deserves the 250 grand. Everybody, enter your cube!
The second thing that I want to talk about is the use of conversational editing in here. What conversational editing really is trying to imitate the real world conversation. And you can do that exactly in a way that MrBeast does. Every shot has a reaction. Every shot is basically answering the next shot.
And if any of you captains take the money we offer, you and your entire row are completely eliminated.
And this is exactly what you can do in every single one of your videos. Doesn't matter the niche, if you talk about business, whatever, you are in conversation with the things that you want to explain. You can keep the conversation between those 2 shots. It doesn't have to be directly 2 people. It can be you and something. And as you could probably tell from the whole video, there were challenges. And those challenges were slowly leveling up from the easiest to consume to the hardest decisions in the video. Audience loves going from the least difficult.
In the next 10 minutes, I need 10 of you to leave.
Literally can't.
And ultimately, it is your responsibility as a group to convince 10 people to leave their cube.
The most difficult.
Whoever's left in this cube will win the $250,000. And if for some reason there's more than one person, boys, come on out.
And you can use this in every single niche possible, because even if you are explaining, you're gonna begin with something that is the least interesting, so people have to wait for the biggest payoff. That's exactly why retention exists, because if you gave the most important information at the start of the video, no one's gonna have a real reason to keep watching till the end. And that means no views for you, no retention, low watch time, no money. You don't have to tell the story in the exact way that it happened. You need to tell the story for the viewer to be engaged and emotionally invested. The next thing that I want to talk about, which is super important and very subtle for the viewer to consume, it's the character involvement. The more you use the character in the video, the more screen time he gets, the more important he is in the eyes of the viewer. I'm gonna show you a simple example from this MrBeast video where he did just that to basically make someone the focus of the situation. Next thing that I want to talk about is, we talked about hook in the beginning, but you need to rehook the viewers throughout the video, because by rehooking them with open loops, it's called open loops, you're just reintroducing something more interesting that the viewer can await.
We have to do a challenge. Each row now has to decide on a captain, and that captain will then represent all the contestants in their row for the next challenge. For the next 15 minutes, each row tried to decide who their captain was going to be.
MrBeast did this in this video, and every single video he uploads very often. The next thing that I want to talk about is basically pattern interrupts, which is basically just going from slow to fast or from fast to slow.
We only have 19 more balls to go. 12, 24, 22, 19.
Oh, this is brutal.
29.
I'm sorry, son.
And our final elimination, it was 13.
Oh.
Look how fast cuts are starting to happen and how MrBeast actually released the tension.
Final elimination, it was 13.
Oh.
Now release. Perfect. Perfect pacing. And if you've enjoyed this video, I have uploaded recently 2 more videos that you can watch, which I really want you to see, because you're gonna learn from my mistakes and from the mistakes that big YouTubers do. Give it a shot.